So I'm just waiting for the stream to go live, but I'm assuming everything is okay. The stream says we're live. So we're gonna start. Welcome! Hello everyone, this is Claudia. Welcome back. My cat there is also telling me they're gonna fight a little bit in the background, most probably. But anyway, welcome to my kind of Christmas live stream. So we're gonna do these live streams until Christmas, and what I'm actually doing is I'm doing always some illustrations that depict things that I enjoy about Christmas, things that I eat, maybe things that I do. I've decided. Oh, hello, Marlena. Welcome back. I've decided actually to concentrate a lot on the Christmas things that I eat and some other cool stuff that I've been sketching, and I'm still going to pair it up with my cats really have fun there. Okay, I'm trying to move. I'm just hoping that people can see that, or I don't even know if you can see what they're doing there in the background. Oh yeah, you can see. Okay, at least they're awake now and they're all having fun. Anyway, what were we talking about? Christmas. Yeah, I got distracted by the cats. Okay, so they've been sleeping the whole day and now they're like super into everything. So today we're going to do something that I usually have as a Christmas pudding. I don't know if you ever had this during Christmas, especially here in the Netherlands. You sometimes can buy it. It has tiny chunks of stuff in it, and these different colors. Oh, they're really having a go at it. Christmas colors, Christmas like the Turkish delight sometimes in it, or pieces of fruit like dried fruit. It's really yummy, really tasty. You can make it yourself. It's kind of like a custard, but nicer. I don't know. So it depends how you want to do it. And of course, lollies and other things that are for Christmas I always eat, because I always eat sweets when I'm in holiday, and Christmas is basically holiday. So yeah, that's why. Today I'm gonna try something new, something that I haven't been. The kids are really having fun. Something totally new that I haven't used before. This is a Micron pen, but it has a different type of nib. So it looks more like the other Japanese nibs. It's more of a plastic. But the reason why I wanted to try this is because it has a particular color. It's purple. And I wanted to see whether... Oh, sorry. I know that it's autofocus and then you guys cannot see. It's purple, and I wanted to see whether it makes it a little bit more cozy illustration than if I'm doing it with black. Black is quite like strict and strong. So, wow. The kids really enjoy destroying my furniture. So let's get into it. I think I've babbled enough minutes. Hoping a lot of you are online. Anyway, I will draw certain parts, and then we're gonna color a bit, and then I'm gonna draw other parts. Depends how much time we want to spend on things. So pudding, usually you eat it with whipped cream, so it will definitely have some whipped cream on top, and has some decorations as usual. Yeah, I think this is a nice color. It's more restful, let's put it this way. I'm also testing it to see whether it works. This is Arches watercolor paper, 300 GSM. I'm always going to test it to see whether the pen actually works smoothly on this watercolor paper. Okay. It is a bit of a struggle with the pen, but I think the nib is different than the felt nib that the other pens have. Oh, hi, Hap. Have you decided to join us in the live stream? Oh, he's trying to drink the water from my water buckets, but I didn't actually put any water yet. So he's just going to have some fun. It's gonna be fun with cats today. Okay. This is like the holly plant, and okay. So it's probably trying not to get hey Florian, try not to get bogged down by the kids playing around and destroying the cows. Hopefully everything will work okay. Okay, so let's draw the pudding. The problem with inking such a piece is I need to think of what pieces go on top, what pieces go on the bottom. Usually the flowers go on top. Okay, and this is like from that shape, like when you make it in a special shape and then you put it in your other parts. So this is I'm making really a tiny bowl here, and I think this is going to be just a peony. I really like to draw peonies. They're really relaxing to draw for some reason. And I'm really enjoying this color. Of course, in true Claudia fashion, I have not tested my pen if it works with watercolors. I'm just assuming it will because it says it's archival and it's pigmenting. So just assuming it's not gonna smear when I add watercolors. But you and me are going to find out live whether this works. So it's gonna be interesting. It will be so fun if it's all of a sudden goes like, nope, don't want to work. I very lightly sketched the parts on the paper where my objects are gonna be, but very lightly. And let's see. How is it going with all of you? How are your preparations for Christmas? This is what I want to know. Like, I'm waiting for the 6th of December because in the Netherlands, you're only allowed to make your Christmas tree after the 6th of December. So after Santa Claus comes to town. So, and what I'm gonna do as Christmas tree, I'm gonna decorate the funny bamboo there in the back because, well, this is the only tree that the kids are not eating. They're always eating something. Okay. What else should I draw? Should I draw this? I should draw. So I'll just draw this one. So this is a flower that looks like a peony, but actually it's like it's from the family of, I think, roses. As but it's just open. So usually it's a good idea when you draw flowers like this that you start with a stamen in the middle. If you do that, then the flower can, you know, follow the stamen. So this is gonna be a bit more interesting angle. It's kind of behind the, I drew it behind this one, so it's going to be just a partial flower. And it's going to, let me see. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, the other parts I'm gonna draw afterwards because I want to start actually with the painting. So now I'm going to do something that I should have done way before, and that is put water into my water things. I have a bucket here that I always use, and then I'm going to do this. So now, which colors should we use? Shall we? I think I am missing something. The pudding has all these kind of Turkish delight kind of pieces that are sticking out, so I'm just gonna draw these ones like this. They're sticking out here. And these are gonna be colored with totally different colors. Ha! That's gonna be nice. Thinking. Making this one more nicer, like that. Okay. The pudding. There are many different types of pudding. I think I'm gonna go with kind of yellow-orange. That looks nice. Yellow-orange pudding. Yes, because it's gonna be an orange. What do we always eat during Christmas? We eat lots of oranges because in Europe, why do I say it's always the season of oranges? It's not like Europe is the season of oranges, but like we have so I'm gonna start with some yellow. It's actually orange, but it's new gamboge. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I really need more water onto my brush. This is Archie's watercolor paper, and this is the cold press. It has lots of tooth, so that's why you see these parts. Yeah. So in Romania, we used to have oranges only for Christmas because that's when normally their season is. And that's when all the contraband stuff was coming. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful color. So New Gamboge is one of my, let's put it this way, favorite colors. It looks like the pen is working just fine. I forgot to close the line there. And I have used this one so much that I actually had to buy a special like 15 milliliter tube of New Gamboge, because initially I had it only on the small parts, like a 5 milliliter tube. So that's why. It's always nice to see. Let me see if I can add some deeper colors already while this is still wet. This is transparent orange. Layers nicely on top, I guess. And this is what I like about Arches watercolor. Doesn't bleed. Really beautiful watercolor paper. Expensive, but beautiful. So, especially the cold press. The hot press, okay, I could live without. Let's put it this way. The hot press I could live without. The other one, the cold press, no. I'm using, by the way, number 2 brush because I want to be able to go around the small little Turkish delight things that I added. So it's going to take a bit of time. Oh, probably the flowers would be really nice and in red. It's gonna be fun. Okay. This is the middle one, so just gonna dip in this shadow as well. Yeah. A number 2 brush will not hold as much water as a bigger number brush, so you have to make do. So, orange pudding. Who has fine memories of orange puddings? That's the question I have. Because I really remember things. There's one funny thing that happens in the Efteling. There's this ride. In the Efteling is the, well, it's a, let's put it this way, it's the coolest park in the world. Trust me. And there's this ride called, the ride is called Symbolica. And in there, there's this room. And in the room, there's this king. Because it's the throne room, and they have like a big feast, and all around there's like sweets and cookies and everything, which is very interesting. But the funny part is the smell. So they have this special smell in that room, because you want to buy it at the end, and it really smells like one of these puddings everywhere. Like it really smells like real pudding. And I'm always like going to that ride. Always I remember eating this pudding. And of course you want to buy the smell at the end so that you can spray it all around in your house, and then you can pretend that you're eating pudding every day, although you're not. This is gonna be a bit more. So this is also going to be one of those small illustrations for some of my friends, and still haven't decided who this one is going to go to. So whoever is online and actually wants this from my friends, let me know in the comments below, and we shall make sure that it reaches you. Okay, this is cool. I'm going to let it dry out, and then I'm going to do the small ones because I don't want it to bleed, and they're gonna be like Turkish delight, so it's gonna be like red and green. It's gonna be very festive. So now these ones I wanna do with this special red that I have here. It's called Rose Doré, and it's actually from Winsor & Newton. So actually on my palette I have a few Winsor & Newton ones, and Winsor & Newton ones are much more common in the shops that I go to, like some other shops. I'm going to deepen the color later on. It's a different one because these are quite tiny, so I don't want to make any mistakes. Okay, so I'm going to want to do some really nice green for these ones. So let's see. I'm going to do some olive green and then some permanent green. I'll go olive green. The problems when you're using a tiny brush. Not a lot of water. Cool. So let's see. Should I do tallow green or should I do permanent green? It's the tallow green. How do I pronounce it? Tallow green. Again, I'm having really fun imagining some random people in a room kind of deciding on these names of watercolors, and you go like, yeah, we will decide. Okay, that's a nice kind of gradient. Cool. Let's do the same here. So I have a lot of fun actually drawing objects and cookies and plants because they come a bit more natural to me than faces and people. I still have to push myself a little bit to do way more faces and people. And part of the live stream for this month, I mean for the next month till Christmas, is gonna be also involving some I want you to do a girl that has Christmas decorations, and maybe I'm gonna do kabouters. Do you guys know what kabouters are? Let me explain to you what kabouters are. Kabouters are the gnomes, and we call them kabouters. Kabouters in Dutch. funny name, I know. Don't pee me on it. Okay. And I wanted to make some gnomes that are decorating Christmas trees and so on. So this is what I'm gonna do on my next ones. This is much more vibrant. For some reason the stream, okay, I'm always thinking that sometimes the chat gets stuck, so I don't see whether somebody has written anything in the chat. What I like about these streams is that I don't have any particular stress about it. Like when I'm editing videos, it's quite after the fact, and I'm like, I just can't change them anymore. I can't do much anymore. But on the streams, it's like, okay, at least it's out there. And my goal is to always my goal is to learn as much as possible. So the streams actually help me because it kind of forces me to learn and be online. And I'm the person that doesn't go necessarily with a big plan ahead. I don't do colors. Like, I haven't decided which color scheme I'm gonna use, and maybe that is something that other people do very well. For example, the color for this one, I just decided it now. I'm not the person that goes and decides way in advance and does color combination. But I kind of like it. I kind of feel like I'm going with the flow, which is nice, right? And this is why this is actually so relaxing. And the funny part is that if I would have filmed it, I would have worried way much about making the plan in advance, and I have no idea why. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna also add blue, Turkish delight blue, yeah, and green. Let's add blue. Blue looks so nice. Okay. The rest will be tallow green. Green. Like, in my mind now, I'm thinking, I wonder what color I should do the bow. Should be some nice colors. Okay, that looks more like the pudding I remember. It's gonna be nice. Yeah. The flowers, let me think. First I'll do the flowers because those are, you know, those flowers I've done before. So let's take some quinacridone rose from one of them. Some reason now the kids have quieted down, or am I wrong? Oh no, they're still fighting. They're still fighting. Okay. That's like the interesting part. I don't know. Do you call your pets kids? That is the question. Because I call my kids, I call my cats kids because I don't have other kids. They're my kids. I got my cats at the asylum. So we have an asylum here in my city, in the Netherlands. And we were going there, I think 3 weeks in a row. We kept trying to get at least one cat or something, because we decided, okay, we're gonna go for a cat. Every time we arrived there, the cats would have been given away. Like, I don't know what was happening, but the cats were like super flying. I don't want to say flying off the shelf, but it did feel like flying off the shelf. So we we discussed with we were quite upset, like the third week in a row. We were quite upset, like, okay, we had some plans, we saw online some cats, and we're like, we're gonna get them. We got there, like, not even, let's say, 5 minutes after opening, the cats were already given away. And yeah, we got a little bit upset. We discussed with the guys there, and we are like, okay, can you maybe notify us in advance when there's any cats that are coming? Because we really want to get some. But, you know, if we can't come. And then immediately the guy that was at the counter said, we have 2 cats that have arrived about 2 weeks ago, but they're not in the general population, so you can't see them because we usually quarantine them for like 3 weeks to see if they have any diseases or anything. But if you want to see them, you can take them already before they go into the general population, and, you know, we can help it. We can help you like that. So we went in into this hidden part, and was really nice. We saw them, and of course they had different names. They were found together, huddled in the rain. So they were assuming that they're brother and sister. We were a bit surprised because they look nothing alike, a brother and a sister, because one is white with black and the other one is orange. But they explained that it can be that, you know, for cats, if there are multiple fathers, right, each of them will take after that particular father. They also said that they were kind of like very young cats. When we got them, they were saying 2.5 years old approximately, so pretty much young. And they would only be allowed to be given together. We had a plan to just take one cat, but then when we saw the two and we saw the boy Hup, he was like really trying to play with us and he was so cute. So then we went like, okay, we're going to take the cats like that. This one, which color should I do? Okay, I'm going to do cadmium red light from Schmincke. And I'm going to try as much as possible doing it. So what they do at the asylum here is that they, well, the ambulance might find pets on the street. They will take them to the asylum. If the cats have a chip, you know, they will get the owners to come pick them up. But these two cats didn't have any chip, so they didn't know who they belonged to. Apparently they were trained for inside because they knew how to do things at the normal potty. They didn't want to get out. Actually, they were saying that they're kind of apartment cats or inside cats because they had no desire to go out. They were found on the outside, but even now they're scared to go outside. So that was an interesting development. But they just usually wait for about 3 weeks if an owner appears. So if the owner appears, then they're gonna give it to the owner. If the owner doesn't appear, then they're up for adoption. So they were there for 2 weeks. We had to wait a little bit. Nobody came to claim them. So we got them. And was really nice to have them here. The first few nights it was a bit of a hell because we were not used to 2 cats, as in we were not used to cats at all. They were up the entire night. We realized that we bought them way too many toys because they were really like playing with all sorts of sound toys the entire night. They got used to the house. We didn't let them in the house for about a week. They weren't allowed like inside like all the rooms in the house because they had to get accustomed to it, and then we let them into the entire house. It was really nice. And now they're more than a year with us, and I think the house is theirs now. They're really accustomed to. Again, I'm not sure if they will ever go outside. Whenever I open, so I sometimes open the door to see whether they react to it. The girl doesn't go anywhere near it. She sees the door opening, she just runs away, so pretty much scared. The boy comes, sniffs at the door, watches a bit outside, and then goes inside. Doesn't necessarily want to go out. So The only time when they want to go out is when we are in the garden, because we are in the garden and they want to come to us. But the minute you open again the door, they get scared. So I think they just want to get out when we're out, or they just want to, you know, protect us. And the funny part is, when we bought them, we were watching the series on Netflix, The Dark Crystal. Don't know if you guys watched it or not, or if you are familiar with it. But this is where we got the names, Happened, because they came with some name, so they have different names from the asylum. The girl was called Onyx, and he was called Xem. Because the asylum just gives them random names. We didn't feel like the names were really matching their personality or anything. And we thought that they look so much similar to the ones in the Dark Crystal series, so we decided to call them Happened. That's about it. This one, what color should it be? Okay, we're gonna try some Payne's gray. In theory, this is, well, it's whipped cream, so it should be white-ish. So I'm just gonna tint it a little bit to make it pop. Ish. Tint-ish. Yeah, this is like really starting to take shape. I'm gonna deepen a bit the color once it's dry. Yeah. So now this one should be, ooh, this is so difficult. Okay, let's do some kind of brown. So I'm gonna try some, let's see, if we just add some color like burnt sienna, see where that takes us. Again, I'm not gonna do the entire thing. And I'm gonna do a line there, and then I'm gonna go with some more darker ones to deepen the shadow. I'm really trying hard not to go above. because the flowers are still wet. So just saying. I think this particular illustration will make a really nice. Okay, I think I want burnt umber. Really nice print. Yeah. And then maybe it will be my first print that I sell. Okay, so far so good. I'm not gonna go deeper into these ones. I'm going to try to draw the other parts of the illustration. We're just 45 minutes in. So what do you guys think so far? How does it look? I think I managed to deepen the colors and going to... No, it's not dry yet. I'm doing that. Let's touch see what it happens. I think I'm really excited about this purple color. It looks really nice. So these are just going to be some random flowers. Again, notice how I kind of start with a stem, right? I'm gonna add some texture into these ones because I'm really liking it. I'm gonna add texture in these ones as well, but I can add it after all the colors are in. That's nice. Okay. Gonna have a leaf here. And a leaf here. Okay, and then let's see. There's another flower here. I don't think these are real flowers because I doubt that these are the real flowers for the leaves I'm trying to create here. Really liking the type of leaves. Okay, so those. So this was a lolly here in the back. Gonna draw it. And what else? smokiness. Some other smokiness here. Okay. And maybe just as a interesting part, because it starts from here, goes into here. Let's see if we can do this. I'm gonna add more with color there. Right? What else is missing? Ah, it's missing these ones. Let me see. Okay, it's dry. I can actually put my fingers on it. This looks like really nice. Okay, these flowers. What are they going to be? It looks yummy. Yes, mellow. It looks really yummy. I'm really considering now that I need to go and buy me some pudding. Like, why am I drawing food when I know I'm not yet allowed to do the food because it's not holiday yet? Why? This. In a way, we are living precariously through this one. And I'm going to do these ones again with olive green. So pretty fun to do these kind of things live. I'm noticing that maybe I'm getting better, and by better what I mean is I'm getting faster. Or maybe it's just the nature of this illustration that is not that okay. You notice that I don't know what colors should I do these ones. Do you have any color suggestions? I'm willing to take any color suggestions here. I'm gonna try to do neutral tint for the Switching up colors. I mean, what are normal colors for a lollipop, man? Haven't eaten one in like forever. Don't remember. Uh-oh. What did I do? Brown was not the color I was expecting. Maybe blue or purple. I like those. Okay, blue or purple. Yeah, that's nice. This is a multi taste lollipop, so each part of that has its own taste. There you go. So we have a little bit of lemon and a little bit of orange in the taste, and then the neutral tint and the purple are parts like licorice. Yeah. You can notice like what type of lollipop will Claudia do. As in, if I were to work for the lollipop factory, it would be such strange lollipops in there. I'm worse than the Willy Wonka. Do you guys like licorice? So mellow, I think I'm gonna go with blue in there. I think there's so many types of licorice that maybe it's so funny that when you're a tourist and you come here and you go and you're like, I'm gonna try licorice, like the Dutch licorice, and every tourist that comes here comes and tries like the really salty ones, and those are really terrible. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, don't try the salty licorice. Try the sweet ones. Those are nice. But everybody comes here, tries those ones, and thinks that those are the Dutch licorice. And actually, I haven't seen. Such a funny lollipop. Sorry, I just can't. I can't stop laughing at how cute this is. I wanna make sure there's no hard edges. Okay, cool. We're gonna add texture at the end into it. Okay, blue. So what type of blue will I do? I'll try. Oh, wow! I took way too much of this blue. I took some cerulean blue but trying to protect the white of the paper is really interesting. The problem with cerulean blue is if you're not fast enough, it's quite, let's say, staining, and then you might get hard edges if you're not fast enough to. Oh, that looks good. Corina, it's gorgeous and I love licorice. By any chance, could I have this beauty in my home? Yes, Corina, you could have this beauty in your home. You called dibs on this one, so it's yours. Okay. Let's do the other flower. And then we're gonna dip in some colors. We're gonna do the smokiness. Oh, I forgot about the Christmas spring thingy there. Okay, now the question is the smoke. Which color should I make? That is the question. I think I wanna go. I for some reason wanna go festive, so I wanna go with some shades of green. Just wondering if that's gonna work. You might wonder, why do I always make smoke? Because it's my signature move. It's smoke, obviously. Like everybody has their signature move. I have mine. So who dares to steal my signature move? I hope nobody. It's not a very good signature move, to be honest, but I really like it. It's like, think about it. I go into the future, 200, 300 years from now, and they're gonna find this painting, and you know, they're gonna be very expensive, because I'm hoping that posthumously, I think it's the nice space. Yes, the smell from the pudding is nice. Okay, so we are in the future, and they're gonna find this painting, and then they're gonna say, like, is this an original Claudia or is not? And that's gonna be interesting. It's like, is this an original Claudia? Yes, it's an original Claudia, because it has the smoke, right? So that's why. gonna add some different colors there as well. Let's do this. And let's go some brown. Smoke, what color should it be? Let me think. Let's go with purple, kind of purplish. Should I go with Schmincke Violet? Yeah. Of course, you don't have to. You don't have to do all the. I'm losing my train of thought. The entire portion, right? It's only the corners of the smoke, just to give the illusion of it. Okay. That's nice. Some more Schmincke Violet. It's really a nice violet, this one. And I'm just picking back the color till I come to the consistency that I want. So anyway, if you guys wanna see more of this kind of streams or this kind of videos that are maybe not planned, that I will just go and just use my intuition and do what I believe is good. Please don't forget to follow me. And join me for Christmas, because yeah, it's gonna be a lot more of this. So December is gonna be mainly Christmas and Christmas, at least on the live streams, right? Not on the other parts, because I already have things for the other ones. I already have quite some videos that I want to show you guys, some speed paints, but this is gonna be nice. Okay. Okay, this is really pretty. Okay. Let's dip in some colors. I'm using deep red, by the way, here. I think something is deepening. And then I'm gonna add some lines and some parts. Let's use some more of the cadmium. Mhm. So, I was just talking the other days. What would we do if we won the lottery? There's always at the end of the year the New Year's lottery, and you know, like many millions, and we're like, what would we do? Most probably retire and just do watercolors every day. That would be fun, definitely. Okay, so that's different. This one, I need some more burnt umber. You know what happens is that the burnt umber is super transparent, and it's gonna be a struggle to add. And I'm adding now sepia. Okay, that's one. Okay, let's see. So now I'm gonna add some texture in the pudding, and some lines in the flowers, and then I'm going to add some dots on the leaves. So let's see how that works. No, it's still... yeah. I think I'm gonna buy more of this because the color is really nice, and yeah, you can't get much wrong with it, right? It's such a different color than black, and I think it's much nicer. That one was still struggling a bit. Okay. I'm just adding dots. It's really nice. And from the flowers, I'm just adding small lines. Okay. This flower, just adding texture. Yeah, this is nice. Puddy pudding. Puddy pudding. Puddy pudding. Yeah. Okay. And what else should I add? I think I need a little bit of white. That's to bring back some of the lost white here. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to stop now because I don't want to ruin it. So this was it for now. Really super simple illustration. Let's say it. I think anybody can do it. They're not that difficult shapes. I mean, these flowers are quite normal, and this makes for a really awesome Christmas present. And it's just nice. It has kind of elements of the Christmas, like with the berries here. Oh, maybe I need to add something to the berries. Yeah. And what I will do is I will frame it and then send it around. But I'm really happy about how the color combination was in the pudding. I really enjoyed the yellow. So, and with a little bit of texture everywhere, maybe even here is good. All in all, I think it's a success, this Micron pen. So I'll probably get more of them because it's really nice color. Okay, that was gonna it for tonight. Almost 1.5 hours. Marlena, thank you. So basically, if we want to know if it's an original Claudia, the proof is in the pudding. Yes, that's correct, Claudia. The proof is in the pudding. I almost drank my own watercolor water because I really wanted to drink some water. Very funny. But this is the latest illustration. Thank you so much for joining me. Even for the people that are going to watch this later on, thank you so much for reaching till the end. I hope you enjoyed this illustration, and I hope it brings you a little bit of joy right for Christmas and for anything. I would say see you next Sunday when we're gonna do the next illustration. It's gonna be awesome. It's also going to have a sweet in it because I enjoy having sweets for Christmas. So it's gonna be a different type of sweet, a different type of, let's say, illustration. And yeah, have fun, enjoy. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Marlena. Bye, Corina. Bye, Malo. And the rest. And Florin. And everybody else.